In this video, we're going to talk about some common mistakes and some best practices in Microsoft projects when dealing with your level 3. So, as you see the red men here, you may see some calendars next to it. That means it has a no earlier start date. That's a constraint. So you won't be able to move these because they're a constraint. Well, if you have constraints, and you really shouldn't have constraints, the only one that may be a constraint is move in. But you just come here to your new column, hit the pull down. You can type in C, and you're going to look for constraint date. Okay, and you'll see that there's some constraints. They should be NA. So how do you get rid of constraints? Well, you just highlight the whole thing. And you put NA. Or delete the whole thing. Well, let's do that again. Come here. You don't want to delete the task. You only want to delete this one column. So hit delete. It will take it out. Alright. And now all your constraints are gone. Like I said, you don't want to have constraint dates. Move in may be a constraint, but most of the time it won't be. The only time it will be a constraint is if you're moving your project to rebaseline it. If I was to move this from the 17th to a different date, then yes, move in would be a constraint because I'm changing the original plan. Alright, so if you want to change the view, if you don't like to have the view where your level 3 looks all cluttered, okay, we can shorten some of this. We don't need the resources. You really don't need predecessors right now. You can shorten it up to this. Don't delete those columns, but you can shorten it. And let's say you don't want to have it like this. You want to look pretty decent like a level 3, right? So you go to View, Group By. You want to have it active, inactive. What that means is if you have active cache sheets and cache sheets that haven't started, then you'll be able to see them all. So you click on that, you're going to see that the master activity titles went away. Alright. And you just have all your cache sheets now. Then you come up here to sort by start date. And now you can sort it by start date. Alright. And then it shows you this nice level 3. Now, let's say you want to go back. Okay. You would hit no group. Alright. But as you see, they're still jumbled up. Right. They're not in order. If you need them back in order, then you just go to sort by ID. And that will put them back in the original order they were when you exported it. Okay, but I like the other view for right now. So I'm going to go back. Now as you see, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these two columns. As you can see, right, it's all blue. So there's something going on. Why do I have all blue? Well, the reason you might have all blue is if you go here to projects, you'll see that it has all this, but you really want to go to Gantt chart format. Okay, under Gantt chart format, you see critical tasks, slack, late tasks. Well, we just want to see our critical task, right? So once you click on that, you should see your critical tasks now in. All right, so your critical tasks are in, and then now you see it this way. All right, now another thing is our red men. Right, we said we go to resources, we come down here to resource usage. Okay, you can see this here. Like, okay, I'm tired of, I don't want to scroll up and down to find that it's red, right? There's another way you can do this. So you come here to view, you go under details. All right, you already have one. You can come up here and do another resource sheet or usage. Now it's double, right? So you can collapse this one to just show red. Okay, and when you collapse this, then you can bring this one up. Okay, whatever you click on is what it's showing. So now, as long as you're in the bottom one, now you can even take this all the way up to builder 1. Whoops, a little too far. Okay, now it correlates with your overtime. So now you can just see which ones are red. As long as you're using the arrows, don't use the bar. Don't pull the bar. All right, because if you pull the bar, you'll see that it's not really. It takes a little bit of time to catch up. All right, and you may miss some. So if you use the arrow, it will move with it in real time. Okay, now you have both sheets open, and it makes it easier for you to get rid of the red men by ensuring it has 8 hours across the top. Okay, so that's another best practice for helping get rid of the red men. Another thing is you can also use next over allocation. Okay, it will take you to the next one. So if you use this scroll bar and you're like, man, why is the builder still red? If you go to the next over allocation while you're in builder 1, as long as it's at the beginning, it will find that over allocation. If it's at the end, let's just scroll to the end, give it a time to catch up. That's why I said if you use this bar here, it will catch up pretty fast. But if you come here and you're here and you go to next allocation, it's going to tell you that there's no more over allocations because you cleared all the way up to this point. So if you're missing a red man because he's still blue, hit OK, or still red, I'm sorry, still red. Come all the way back to the beginning. If you can't find it when you're scrolling back, then just go back to the beginning of builder 1. Okay, go back to the beginning, click somewhere, hit next over allocation, and it will find where that's at for you. All right, so that's some best practices for that. Other things, remember, always set the baseline prior to re-importing back in. If you don't, then you have to pull it back out, set the baseline, send it back in. We don't really mess with reports. Resources we already went through. Task is where you want to have everything, because then you can view a lot of your different things. Each one is going to have its own special format. So, whoops. So again, you can go here. When you go to resource usage, you'll see that it's a resource usage page, and you can see work, actual work, cumulative work, over allocation, cost remaining, right? Well, if you hit over allocation, then it's going to show you what you're over by, how many hours you're over. All right, if you want to see that. Another thing is this has a auto save every 15 minutes. Well, if you need to change the auto save, you come here to File, hit Options, go to Save, and you can change it to every 30 minutes, every 45 minutes, if you know you're gonna be in here a lot for a long period of time during that period. So it doesn't always stop you in the middle. You can change this to any time you want. Just remember to save it before you re-import it. Okay. Some other things, remember, like I said, also in options, make sure that your schedule is meeting what's in the user guide. Okay. This should be prorated. So that's some of the resources, how to do resources. To get rid of it, you just come back to view, go back to just timeline. It's going to keep you on that sheet, task, and then you go back to Gantt. Oops, that's because that's still on there. So view, timeline, task, there you go. You got to click in that window. If you don't click in that window, it's going to keep doing what I just showed you. All right, so that is some ways to see things in projects, as well as being able to correct some of the information. Again, you don't really have to mess with the days. The days are based off the calculations. Just set your dates as needed. If you have to force a date, then you're going to put a constraint on that that task. So be aware of that. Other than that, if you have any issues, problems, contact the CPM help desk using the contact us, and we will help you the best way we can. In this video, we will be covering Section 3 and Reports 3 in CPM. So in Section 3, this is where we were showing earlier, you can import and remove bombs by clicking here, and like you see here, I've already imported the training bomb during our cache sheet videos. So if you select it and hit remove, it takes that bomb out. It will not delete the material on the cache sheets. It will keep those because you already selected those and they're in a different part of the program. If you need to bring another bomb in, you can come in, back in, find where your bomb is, get your training bomb, hit OK, upload, or any bomb you need. Okay, once that's done, now you can use that bomb. So if you want to use multiple different bombs during your CAD sheet selections, you can do that too. You can enter a few of them, but it's going to create just one giant list though. So my recommendation is remove the one bomb, bring on another one if you're using multiple bombs from different projects to help speed up the process. Remember, this is where you get your bomb template. The template has to stay in this format. Do not delete I or C or A to try to make it look good, because you don't like how it looks. It will not go back in CPM properly. So use this as your format and just fill it out as needed, and you can save this bomb template and it will go right back into CPM with no issues. Alright, some other things in reports 3 is your equipment requirement summary. So if you click this, it's going to come up. Yes, if you want to look at it. You'll say finish, start, when you're going to have it, when you're going to finish with it, does it need an operator. This helps your transportation department know when you're going to need what equipment, so hopefully they can help push back the 3M maintenance requirement for that, or get it done before you need it. This way they're not having to take it off site while you're using it and change it out with another piece of equipment. Okay, so that's your equipment list. Your tool requirement summary. Click on that. It tells you the toolkits you need, when you need them, how long you need them for every CAD sheet. Now this is just by CAD sheet, okay? They'll have to compile those kits to see exactly how far you need them to be done, but they'll be on each CAD sheet, so you'll be able to say when you need them by. And then as you see, whether they're non-TOA or TOA. Alright. Long lead items. If you had long lead items on your CAD sheet, it would list them here. So if we had a generator on this one or a transformer on this electrical, this would tell us that it's a long lead item and that we wouldn't get it for a while. Material lists, you can pick 30, 60, 90. If you go 60, if you forget to put your name of who prepared it by, it's okay, it will still run. So you can click it, comes up, and then it tells you that this is what you need in the 60-day window. Alright, it gives you the when you need it delivered by and what the status is for this project. Material schedule, same thing. When's it going to be delivered? It will have the status and when was it on site. And then your material takeoff will be your complete BOM based off of your CAD sheets to create your MTO. Also has a status, on site, long lead item, 30, 60 days, safety, yes, no, what CAD sheets are it's going with, and you would take this with you and do an MTO with the groups or the regiment and figure out, you know, is this right? Did we order something that wasn't there, or you know, because most of the time the groups or regiments will give you an 80% BOM, or sometimes they'll tell you the BOM is to be done by the battalion on the drawings. But this is a good place to get started with your BOM. Just be careful is that you have to add up things across multiple cash sheets. Okay, if you don't, then you may not order enough because you're using only that many for that cash sheet. All right, so that is section 3 overview on CPM.